This is Radio Romania International. You are listening to our one-hour broadcast in English for listeners in Western Europe and Africa. We can also be heard on the internet at www.rri.ro, Channel 1. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and other social media platforms. Our programs are also available on TuneIn and via satellite Eutelsat 16A on 11,512 MHz vertical polarization, azimuth 16 degrees east. Symbol rate 29,950 megasymbols per second. Standard DVB AS2. Modulation 8 PSK. Audio PID 510. We wish you good reception conditions.
I'm Ana Maria Popescu with the news. First, the headlines. 3,000 people are affected by the decision of the Romanian airline Blue Air to suspend all its domestic and international flights until Monday, the 12th of September. The Chamber of Deputies today dismissed a simple motion tabled by Save Romania Union in opposition against the Energy Minister Virgil Popescu. The President of Hungary, Katalin Novak, was received in Bucharest today by her Romanian counterpart Klaus Iohannis, and Romanian football champions CFR Cluj and vice-champions FCSB Thursday played their first matches in the Europa Conference League group stage. The accounts of the Romanian air operator Blue Air does not justify an immediate suspension of flights, says the Romanian Environment Minister Tancioș Barna, who calls on the company to meet its obligations to passengers and the state budget. Blue Air's accounts were frozen by the Environment Fund Agency because the company owes over 5 million euros and is undergoing foreclosure. 3,000 people are affected after Blue Air suspended all its domestic and international flights until Monday, the 12th of September. According to the company, the decision was made after the Environment Ministry froze its accounts. A simple motion tabled by Save Romania Union, USR, in opposition against the Liberal Energy Minister Virgil Popescu was dismissed by the Chamber of Deputies today with 191 votes against and 85 votes in favor of the document, coming from USR, the Nationalist Party, AUR, and the Force of the Right, splintered from the Liberal Party and headed by the ex-Prime Minister Ludovic Orban. The opposition criticized the energy minister for the lack of investments in production facilities and for his management of the electricity and natural gas price caps. Minister Virgil Popescu dismissed the accusations and described the USR motion as a populist move. He also added that the new mechanism related to energy bills will discourage speculation in the market. Romania's economy grew 5.3% in the second quarter of this year compared to the corresponding period of 2021, the National Statistics Institute announced. In the first half of the year, the GDP went up 5.8% compared to the first 6 months of last year. Contributing to this growth were trade, automotive, repairs, transport and storage services, the hospitality and the IT&C sectors. According to the institution, the areas that hindered economic growth were industry, where operations dropped in the reference period, and the negative ratio between imports and exports. The President of Hungary, Katalin Novak, was received with honors in Bucharest today by the Romanian President Klaus Iohannis as part of her official visit at the invitation of the Romanian President. The talks will concern the means to diversify and deepen the bilateral dialogue, as well as the current regional, European and global situation following Russia's military aggression against Ukraine. The visit comes as the two countries celebrate 20 years since the governments of Hungary and Romania signed a strategic partnership declaration for 21st century Europe. According to the Romanian presidency, President Iohannis will highlight Romania's openness to strengthening bilateral cooperation and dialogue with Hungary, a very important neighbor of Romania, so as to promote projects of mutual interest to the benefit of the citizens of the two countries. This afternoon, the Hungarian official will also have meetings with the Prime Minister Nicolae Ciucă and with the speakers of the two chambers of parliament. A Eurobarometer survey released on Tuesday by the European Commission points to increased confidence of European citizens in the European Union and continuing strong support for the Union's response to Russia's aggression against Ukraine. An overwhelming majority of EU citizens support investments in renewable energy and steps to reduce the bloc's reliance on Russian energy sources. Europeans are increasingly concerned with the economic situation in the Union and in their respective countries. We have more details after the news. And we end with sport. Romania's football champions CFR Cluj Thursday play away from home against FC Balgani in Pristina, Kosovo, in their first match in Group G of the Europa Conference League. The other match in the group is pitting Sivasspor of Turkey against the Czech side Slavia Prague. Romanian vice-champions FCSB Bucharest also play away from home in London against West Ham United in Group B of the same competition. The Belgian side Anderlecht takes on the Danish team Silkeborg IF also in Group B. Two other Romanian teams, CS Universitatea Craiova and Sepsia OSK Sfântu Gheorghe, have lost the qualifying stage of the Europa Conference League. And that was the news.